Welcome to the Open Mic Broadcast Network and the Mike Prince Show. I am your host, the radio guy, the Dr. Mike Prince, coming to you each and every day exclusively with the world of HBCU at hand. We cover the SWAC, the MEAC, and so much, much more. Follow me on Twitter at Radio Guy. Instagram is Radio Guy 22. The website is obnradio.com. The message line, 713-570-6736. And without any further ado, we'll jump right into today's episode. I don't even know where to begin or how to begin today's episode. The best thing I can do is allow Ron Isley to somewhat summarize where my head is right now.
What the hell is going on between the sheets in my home?
In case you had not heard, Neiko Hollins is transferring from Prairie View A&M University, effective, I'm assuming, immediately. A week before training camp starts. Redshirt sophomore Neiko Hollins, 22 touchdowns in 6 games. Think about that just for a moment. 22 touchdown passes in 6 games. If there was ever an inside track that PV had going into the 2018 season, was that Neiko, returning starting quarterback, was possibly one of the stronger returning quarterbacks throughout the entire conference. In fact, I'll change that and say he was the strongest returning starting quarterback throughout the conference. He has exited stage left, announced it on his Twitter account on last night that he'll be going to a JUCO, redshirt sophomore. Now, it does leave McCullers and Morton to fight for the starting position. Knowing the history of Coach Dooley, McCullers would more than likely fit the type of quarterback he's accustomed to working with. By that, I'm saying the agility level, speed, not as accurate, not nearly as accurate as Hollins was. Hollins was a pure pocket quarterback, not the fastest in the world, not going to impress you walking around with his shirt off, but he is a quarterback. He's a football player. Now, there are mixed reports on why he left. Some say it could have been worked out. Some say it could not have been worked out. It was a two-way street, or should I say a three-way street. Everyone equally accountable. He, as a student athlete, compliance, and the influence of a coaching staff. It's going to be extremely interesting right now how a spin is put on this. Of course, Ted White is the offense coordinator, but Coach Dooley is the man in charge. I doubt if they will be open and candid about what's going on, but I'm going to try. I got to give it that PV effort, that college effort, and at least inquire on how we got to this point. I guess the next question is, how drastically does that change the offensive scheme for the Panthers? This is huge, extremely huge. It is so huge that I couldn't put this story off. I had to put a couple of stories on the backside just for now because this is that important. This close to the season, and your starting quarterback tweets that he is leaving. Brother Isley, take me away one more time.
What the hell is going on between the sheets in my home?
I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but something is brewing. Something is brewing tremendously. I know that PV Nation was working on some transfers to come in, but at this stage of the game, I don't believe you're going to get anyone without some baggage to come at this late of the season. Wow. Not sure what's going to be the final outcome, what's going to be the final say, if anything will be said. But I can promise you this, we will give you the rest of the story. 22 touchdowns in 6 games. You might as well say that is 4 touchdowns a game gone. Neiko came to his own in a rough patch for PV Nation. He came in against Southern on last year. They fell short, but he showed poise. He showed some promise. And they continue to work with him and allow him to get his feet wet. And the rest was a very magical season. I was still shocked and scratching my head on how he did not get newcomer of the year, but that's neither here nor there. There's some work to be done now. Truly some work to be done. Camp will be starting on the 27th. The guys will be meeting on the 26th to start breaking things down. Now you're going to have to really get your reps in with Morton and McCullers. Wow. Cannot believe it. I still want to say it's some type of joke or something like that, but it is what it is. Neiko, we want to wish you well, my friend. Hate to see you go, but sometimes a man's got to do what a man's got to do. We might not like it, might not understand it, might not ever get the true reasons of why this move has been made, but it is now water under the bridge. Still a lot going on in PV Nation. We will be providing you with the Sandy Pugh interview. She's doing her roundups with recruiting and getting acclimated to the PV way of doing things. She had some very interesting thoughts and comments to share. We'll have that for you on our next episode. Remind you that the start of the 44th Annual Prairie View A&M University Convention held down in the Big Easy. Guys be loaded in, lined up. Did get a little time for the Athletic Summit on Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Get a chance to hear what's coming in from the world of athletics. We're still in need of an athletic director. We're in need of a starting quarterback. We're in need of a breakout year. I'm still somewhat lost for words, but the show must go on. Don't forget our message line is 713-570-6736. Dial that number. You might want to respond to the Nico Hollins leaving PV Nation. You might want to respond to what's going on in the upcoming season. You might want to talk about the schedule. Real soon, before we get to the opening kickoff for the 2018 season, we're going to go through the schedule. We're going to give some projections on where and how we think things are going to go. Of course, it was projected that PV Nation would end up in the 3rd seed of the West behind Grambling and Southern. Alcorn would be representing the East. Although I picked Jackson, I don't know why, but I just feel like Jackson's going to do something pretty special on this year, at least for Coach Hughes' sake anyway. But we'll get to that real soon. We'll be out there charting and making and taking notes as the new look PV Panthers get together under the era of Coach Eric Dooley. I'm going to exit stage left for now. Reminding you to follow me on Twitter at Radio Guy, Instagram, Radio Guy 22, the website obnradio.com. In the Prairie View community, you can check us out at 87.9 FM on TuneIn, Open Mic Broadcast Network, OPEN, capital MIC, all one word, Broadcast Network. We're also on the YouTube channel, same title, Open Mic Broadcast Network. And if you happen to be on the go, dial 605-477-5066. Check out what you've been missing. Until the next time, you guys be blessed. I am the radio guy, the doctor, Mike Prince, and we'll see you on the other side.